Hi, Z Team. Welcome to Z Family Night, the night where we gather to keep ourselves and each other updated. We want to welcome you. If this is your first time being with us, your first Z Family Night, this is designed to give you a taste of our culture and to just keep us all kind of closer to the fire. It's a much more casual meeting than some of the others. Any calls that we have are optional. This is your business. We simply want to make sure and provide a variety of ways for you to plug in and for you to plug your people in so that we all have what we need to make this successful. Basic etiquette is please mute unless you're talking. We do our best not to interrupt each other as speakers, but there will be usually there's space during these calls for us to kind of open up the room. When we open up the room, please keep it positive. There's a phrase, only puke uphill, and that basically means not in public. If there are things that you're challenged with or having a tough time with, you can reach out to Colette or myself off the meeting or your sponsor, and we're more than happy to work through those items with you. We did receive an email this week. So if you haven't noticed or you haven't completed it, check your email box. It's very important you can search the word compliance and it should pop right up. There is our very first, I knew this was coming. I knew it was coming because we're in banking. I just knew it. It's our first compliance training. We are going to need to, as business owners, kind of stay abreast of certain things in the banking industry and acknowledge that we understand certain things. And that is due next Wednesday, a week from today. So please locate it, complete it, and make certain that your teams complete it. That's it for kind of basic housekeeping. I'm going to introduce now the amazing, the magnificent, the always punctual and supportive Colette Daniels to kind of update us on this week's happenings.
Thank you, Esther. I don't know about always amazing. That one, I'm not sure, but thank you very much for those words.
Hey, Colette.
Yeah.
Colette, could I ask a question real quick? Is there a penalty because I know not everybody's going to have that done by next week. Is there a penalty or a something in place for people who don't finish their compliance by the 15th?
I have no idea on that. I would just encourage, I don't know why people can't get it done by the 15th. It doesn't take long.
I mean, mine was done last night. I'm just saying, I think overall there's probably not everybody's going to have it done. But.
Yeah, so they might just be put on hold for a bit. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Oh, all right. Thanks.
Yeah. On that, let's see, there was something I was going to mention on that compliance. Oh, if you don't have it, because I have some people telling me they did not get it, then send a message to compliance@tranzactcard.com requesting a copy of it. I'm not sure if it's tied to our emails. I don't know if I could send you the link because I think it is probably tied to each one of us because they need to know that you've completed it. So, all right, that being said, I'm just going to go over several things. I get questions every day and I don't want to be repetitive, but I do want to be repetitive, if that makes sense. A lot of people need to hear it over and over and over again, and some people may not have heard it at all. So it's a good thing that you're here either way. So I'm going to go over Monday's call, those who didn't get to hear it. I know there's some people on here that did not. The franchise goal is to have 40 states under franchise law by October 1st. So they're ahead of the game. That's very exciting, right? Very exciting. The documents are drafted and are in the final review stage. And we're going to act as a hybrid. As soon as those right now, there's 10 states that take longer to get a franchise or this under franchise law. And there's 10 of them, and it's going to take 4 to 6 months from today or yesterday or Monday, whenever it was, to get those all in that stage. There are just states that require a lot more stuff. So that's how it is, and there's nothing we can really do about it. So in the meantime, after October 1st, we will be acting in a hybrid mode. 10 states will be in that direct sales mode still, and the 40 will be acting as franchise. It's very exciting because what they've said is going to happen is happening. And I love that. And just in such a very, very short period of time. Patricia? I can't hear you.
So question on that, will there be a list of the 10 states that won't be? Just so we know if we're in one of those states that it'll be a little longer? Will there be a list?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll tell us, but basically we just continue to say, you know, all of us are in that mode of becoming franchise. You know, you just always have to talk in that future tense because it really doesn't affect each one of us. It just affects, you know, the law of how we're being governed. So as long as we talk in the present or the future tense, we'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I did look up, you can kind of Google and you'll find the ones. I knew I was probably in one of those states. I know there's different franchise laws here and I sure am. So Washington being one of them. All right. I'm going to go into our back office. So because there's a lot of questions that come in about where can I find this and where is that? And so let's see, update available. What is that? Dismiss that. So I'm opening up my son's back office because his is basically empty, because as you take that compliance quiz, you will note that we're not supposed to be sharing our back offices. And so obviously I won't be able to go into the banking back office for obvious reasons. But while we're on that subject, our banking site, it's really not a back office, it's a banking site that we go to. A lot of people say, well, how do I get the full number off of my card? Right? And because if you look at your card, when you first set it up, it gives it to you. But from that point on, it always looks like you just have, you know, the last 4 digits. That's all you can see. So when you go into your banking site, all you have to do is click on that card, click on whatever card you want to look at, and it'll open it up into a different screen. Then it'll still look like those last 4 digits. Click on the card again, and all of a sudden, boing, there's the numbers. Okay, they'll show up for you. So I wanted to make sure and talk about that one because I didn't have that on my list since we're not going into the banking site, but I do have some other things we'll talk about for that in a minute. Okay, so they did announce on the call the other day that if you go to help desk and then banking support, you will come up with a list of things that come up all the time that you can look at. And if it's something that you need, there it is. Okay. So here, getting started and logging in. If you look at the end of the little paragraph, there is a PDF link and there is a video link on that subject. Okay. So I get that all the time. Is there a video to show how to log in, or is there a video how to set people up? So guess what, guys, there is. Here it is. I'm not sure why it's here. I mean, it's great that it's here, but it should be somewhere else too, in my opinion. But here's where it is. Just remember, it's under help desk and banking support. You know, where's my card? And it just gives all of the things that people come up with. And so you go through it, you look, yep, those are things that I still have questions. So then you submit a ticket down at the bottom. Okay. Another thing is, people always say, how can I find my customers? It shows I have a customer, you know, on this front page, it shows I have a customer, but I can't find them anywhere. I don't even know who they are for sure. So you go to my activity right here at the top, and down here, my customers. Boing, he doesn't have any customers, and now it just signed him out. Wonderful. We'll go back in there. Sorry, guys. I'd signed him in a little bit ago so that we made sure. And let's see. There's that. Okay. All right. So anyway, so under my activity, that's where that is. They also mentioned on the call on Monday that the June swiping commissions were out and you could go look at those. That's exciting. I was actually quite surprised at how many commissions. I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was more than I expected for June, because I really didn't even know how many of the team was actually even had their card, let alone putting money in and swiping. So it was kind of exciting. So that's under here under unpaid commissions. You can pull that up and it will get, if you've been here since then, that time frame, and you have some people on your team, then you will have commissions show up. You cannot request those commissions unless they're $25 or more, but they do have a form that you can fill out, which is exciting. Okay, so general tools, that's, you know, once you build a team, you can email your downline, you can contact your manager. Kind of cool. A lot of people might not even know who the manager is, you know, above them. So that's a great thing. And what I always teach people, anytime I'm talking about a software or anything, I'm always like, just go punch the buttons. Just go punch the button, push the buttons, check it out, see what they do, what's underneath each one. I've always said that for, 40 years. Just don't be afraid of it because you can't hurt it. You cannot hurt it. Okay. And so under community, you're going to be able to see your tabular genealogy, which means it's going to give you a list of the people that are on your team. Not the people above you, obviously, but anybody that you sign up and their people, you will get a list of those people. And a graphical tree is going to put it in a tree format. So you can see where everyone lines up. Okay. Placement just means that when someone comes on your team and you want to place them, not move them, but place them under someone else on the team to give that person benefit from the swipes. Okay, that's what placement means. And literally right now, I think you have 7 days to place a person after they sign up. Okay, that's not moving them. You're not giving them away. You're just placing them for swipe benefits. Sometimes like, hey, my son, maybe I'll put someone under him so he can benefit off people's swipes. That's all it is. Okay, Z Club. I get this question all the time. Where can I find Z Club? Well, it's under Z Club. So now they've changed it to Z Club DBO because I think TCMs will have a different look at the Z Club. Push that button and that's where you're going to find flash sales. Nothing under there right now. Also under Z Club, you will find register today. That is where you're going to go find the launch. Why did that come up again? Yeah, mine's coming up with this, but it shouldn't. They might have a glitch going on right now because they worked so hard getting that other one fixed. Which, by the way, the banking, I don't know if you guys saw your email, but they did come out with a statement saying we've got it fixed. And, so go ahead and bring people on again. But that I think is a glitch because that register today usually takes you to the ticket for the launch. You click on that ticket. It brings it up. If you have Z bucks in your account, you can put up to 250 on one ticket. It'll bring it down to 250 and you just walk through the process. If you want to buy 2 tickets, put the first one in the cart with the 250, do another one with 250 and put it in the cart. One at a time works best. Z bucks are right here under Z bucks and it'll have a ledger that will explain where all the Z bucks are coming from. Okay. The other thing I want to show you is if you scroll down, everyone says, what's my link? What's my link? Well, you picked it when you signed up and a lot of people didn't realize that that's their link. My son's is go big. Simple, easy. He wants to go big. So this is where you're going to get your link. You can copy and paste it. You can copy it right here to your clipboard. A lot of people don't know where it goes once you clip it, copy it to your clipboard. So I always just suggest copy or, hold down, go over the top of it, highlight it, and then copy it and go paste it where you want, whether it's a text or in your notes. I save almost everything in my notes just so that I can go to that one spot and it's all there. Okay. You can also log into your bank account by the front page. There's so many different places that you can do this, but that's one of them right there too. You just log down or roll down. There it is. Log into your back office or into your bank. Here is all the tools at the bottom of your front page in your back office. All these amazing things are put here and they're marking them with new. Sometimes when they're new, they do put a date on there, but some of them don't. Like it says new Tranzactcard overview. I have not looked to see how new that is, but I don't remember seeing new next to it the other day. So I want to encourage every one of you And I want you to encourage everyone that you bring on to go out here and read as much as they possibly can. Take a day or two, whatever it takes, read it, because this will help answer so many questions. People come on and they're like, well, they're all back here. They're all here. So first thing I want you to read, if you haven't done so already, is this DBO office agreement. Because guess what? You signed an agreement when you signed up. Remember all those 4 boxes? I agree, I agree, I agree. Well, that is one of them. So go out there and read that so you know what you agreed to. Okay. This will help with a lot of compliance stuff. Read that one, and then also go and read the policies and procedures. Another one that you kind of agreed to, you click the button, and compliance news, compliance earnings claims, a lot of things that we need to know about. Okay. DBO compliance FAQs. A lot of frequently asked questions are under Tranzactcard FAQs and compliance. Everything's here. All right. That's all I have for the back office. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share on that.
Colette,
Yeah.
is it easier to go through our back office to get to the bank account? Because I tried to do it under banking on the front page, on the home page, and I kept getting an error message today. I couldn't get in, and that was after I got the memo.
It was after. So now what you probably need to do is go clear your history. Okay. Clear your history again, because it's taken you to that same old thing that you were going to earlier.
Okay.
That's what I would try. It all is the same button. It does all the same thing. That button is the same as the other button. The other thing, I'll go over websites again here. I'm going to stop this share. So another thing is the websites. People are like, I have these 3 websites. What is the difference? And one of those is tztbanking.com. Okay. That is the direct link to take you to where you put in that phone number for your bank. You know, you put your phone number in, you get the code, then you put your last 4 digits of your social security number. That's the place it'll do. If you need to go directly, it's tztbanking.com. Okay. The next one is mytzt.com. That will take you to what looks like our replicated site. The problem is it's just a generic replicated site. It's not yours. It does not have the contact me button or contact. I think it's contact me. It doesn't have that little button down there with your QR code on it. So that is the generic site. When you go to that site, you can go scroll down and find the words full site. Click on that, and that will bring you to your replicated site, where you can go in and get that link that I just gave you. If you have that link, then you will be able to go to your replicated site by that. Hopefully this is all making sense. Just go and click on them or put them in there and go find it. See what I'm talking about. Tranzactcard.com will take you to where you can log in. Okay. That will give you the access to, when you click on the little person above, it's just a little head of a person, kind of a cartoonish. Click on that, and that will give you the option to go to your back office, member back office, or banking, member banking. Okay. All right. Let me see. What else do I have here? I think I did all those. Yep. Compliance. Esther brought that up. Compliance in the video and quiz. Make sure you do that. If you don't have it, email compliance@tranzactcard.com. The boards app. Did anybody see the training last night with Aaron's team? Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. If you need the link for that boards app, let me know. I can get it to you, so you can, download the app first, and then you just use this link and it'll connect you to the Tranzactcard one that's been set up by Lila. I want us to be the eyes on that, please. She uses me as kind of a sounding board and her editor. So if you see something on there that's wrong, other than the one that says Peter Ramsey, I've already told her about that. The phone one, I think, has cleared it, but I told her about it like a month ago or whenever I first got that. And she finally texted me last night. She goes, I am such a slow study. I just now found what you were talking about. So I do notice, though, on the computer version of it, it still says it, even though she updated it. So I'm not sure why those two don't refresh like they should, but I do notice that's still there. But anyway, please be the eyes for this team, because I am really big on keeping things up to date. When our compliance and everything puts stuff on our back office down at the bottom when it says new, and if I want it updated. And that's the only issue with us doing it from Lila's version versus the company's boards. Okay, because the company's obviously going to put it in there as soon as they have it. So anyway, please help me do that. Apple Pay, that question gets asked a lot, and it's all in Apple Pay's hands right now. All they have to do is approve us, and we will start being able to use that on our phone. So that's great news, especially for that younger generation who only uses their phone for everything, right? I still haven't gotten that mode yet, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. The engagement on Facebook. I just have requests when you bring people on, please, let's everybody engage in the Facebook posts. I see like sometimes 40, 50 views on things, but I only see 5 likes or, that kind of thing. So make sure that you give it a like, give that person a welcome. We need, in order to make a Facebook page alive, we've got to make it that way. So please do your best at doing that yourself, and also telling your teams to do that, please. And if you have someone to welcome, do it. That's what that's for. And if you have something great that you'd like to post, I would rather not, a whole bunch of posts all day long about, motivation or inspiration, but once in a while is great. You see that something hasn't been posted during the day, go for it. School for social media. This is a huge question. Everyone's like, what can I put on my page? What can I do? Well, there's a thing called SKOOL that we all need to go and sign up for. If you did not get that email, search for it first of all, in your email, SKOOL. And Scott Ramsey is Ramsey. See, I just did it. I put Ramsey in my head and there it goes. Scott Ramsey is the head of the social media. He's the director of it. And so he has that school software that is teaching us what we can and can't say. I have not done it myself. I don't use social media much as far as recruiting or anything like that. I just don't. I never have. But if you want to know what you can put on your pages, make sure you take that training, okay? Because they will always be updating the social media, branding, all the different things that you can and can't do. They will be updating them on there. Okay, and I already did that one. 90-day run. All of those that did everybody print out their form, or are you marking things on that form? Remember, this is all about getting us to where we want to be by launch. You set that goal of remember, it's not a rank anymore, it's position. What position do you want to hold by the time we get to launch? My goal is senior VP. Okay. So I have set that. I tell myself in the morning that I'm senior VP, and I tell myself at night before bed, I'm senior VP. And I also have a dollar amount attached to that, just because, I'm not big on a money motivator. I'm just not, but the things I want to do with money as far as helping people in this world are big. And so that's where I attach the money, because I know where I want to get to so that I can help people in so many different realms. So anyway, so that 90-day run form, start using it to your benefit and to your goal. Okay. Sunday nights is when we will do our 5-minute call. If those that wanted to be accountable, I've got everybody on a list. I've got my forms printed out with your name on them. If you said you wanted to be held accountable, you come to ZTEAM.live, just like we did tonight. at 5 o'clock, I'm making sure, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, you come to that channel, ZTEAM.live, and I will just call your name off and you're going to give me your points. You're going to have your points added up and you're going to meet your points. And you can literally stay on the line while everyone's giving their points, or you can hop off. That's totally up to you. This is literally an accountability thing. People, it's a psyche thing when they hear themselves give 2 points and the other people are like 10, and they're like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. I'm going to do more this time, so it's just an encourager to yourself. It's nothing more. It's not a competition with someone else, but it's all about you keeping yourself accountable and, what you asked us to do. So once again, 5 o'clock and, 5 o'clock, 5 minutes, ZTEAM.live. Okay. All right. Here's my last little spiel that I go over.
I have a question. When does
Sure.
it start? This Sunday or next Sunday?
This coming Sunday. Yep. Because we've started as far as the count or the marking, the points off started on Saturday because it's 90 days from Saturday, which was the 3rd, right? Or the 5th. It was the 5th and it goes to the 3rd of November. So that's 90-day span. So if it starts this Sunday, make sure and put it, I know we write it down, but also put it in your schedule. I've had a lot of people not put things in their schedule and they're not showing up for things. So put it in your schedule. Don't just write it on a piece of paper that's going to sit there and melt away. All right, here's my spiel. When you sign people up as a DBO or a TCM, sit with them, sign them up while you're there. I used to say, oh, just send it off. People can figure it out these days. Nope. I want you to sit with them. Oh, thanks. I just got spotlighted. So sit with them, go through the process, because not only is that making sure that the person is getting all signed up and making sure the card got ordered, but also it's helping you to go through that process again. Because the only other time we did it is when we signed ourselves up. And when people have questions on things, now you'll know it. If you sat with them and went through it again with them, pretty soon you're going to know exactly what the next question that comes up. Be on a Zoom with them or a call, whichever. And then you could sit there and write the questions that are coming up each time or the steps that are coming up. That way you can help them. It's really, really a great thing to help us learn this business. Make sure that the card is ordered, show them how to activate the card, and show them how money is put onto that card. There is 5 ways to put money on your card. They might not all be on that banking site, but there's 5 ways, and I'm going to tell you right now, okay? The ways that are in that banking site are, 1, you can take a picture of a check. That means that if the ACH is not working for you, you can write yourself a check from your other bank. Take a picture of it and do the same thing. It'll run you through the steps. That way it pulls money from your bank. It's a check to a bank, right? Same thing. It takes anywhere from 3 to 5 business days. Esther, do you want to hop on and tell us what the business days of a bank are?
Oh, yes. So if it's Monday, the bank, it's actually Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday are kind of one business day. It actually rolls over this Monday night. So Tuesday is the first actual new business day of any week, as far as you're going to experience it as a consumer. So what that means is, if you've requested an ACH on a Friday and you're counting Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as 3 business days, you are off. You're going to feel like things are taking forever. Whereas if you request it on a Monday, it might be done by Friday. If you request it on a Friday, it might not be done till Thursday. And it's the exact same banking time frame as far as the bank's concerned. So just realize that the ACH takes a little bit of time. And if you have a Labor Day weekend, now you've got an extra day. So just weekends are going to slow up your ACH a little bit if you're not aware of them.
So basically you have those 4 days. I mean, you have 4 days in a week. That's how I look at it. So I wanted Esther to share that because Esther has been working in mortgages and all kinds of stuff in the banking world for quite some time. And she really has it honed in, and I wanted to come from her. So Sharon, you have a question?
I just have a quick question on the check. Do you have to copy the back of it as well?
I believe so. I believe it'll tell you whether or not you have to take a picture of that. And then you can just say, for deposit only to, Tranzactcard, your number, where you're depositing, just like you would at another bank.
Okay.
I have done that before, and I didn't know what Esther just told us. And I thought, man, this is taking forever. But it probably did take about 5 business days of the banking business days. So it does work. I know it does. It did it over a month ago. And I know a lot of people do that all the time. If you plan ahead, you should be fine.
Just direct deposit.
Yes.
If your W-2.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Okay, that's only on number 3, huh?
I'm still only on number 1.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So number 2 is there is a way to do an ACH right there in your back site. The only thing with it is it'll pull up a search for, is your bank in the Plaid system? The Plaid system is their system that works between the banks. And some banks just are not in there or not accepted right now. They're just not connected. And so that's when I go to your own bank and do an ACH push. You can actually take your routing number and your account number from Tranzactcard, and you go to, that's all in that banking site, right? Everything is there. Then you go to your bank and you tell them that you would like to push funds to another bank. I want to do an ACH. Now, some banks charge for it. Most don't for an ACH. If you tell them you want to do a wire, which is also another way to do it, most wires will charge you. They will charge you a fee for a wire. Okay. Let's see. Then there's a debit card pull. The thing with a debit card pull is this. The company has put a $25,000 ceiling limit on debit card pulls. And that will probably never change. And it's for security purposes. If it looks like we're all of a sudden, all this money is being transferred to this one bank or this one processor, it doesn't look good. Okay. They're wondering why this is happening every single day. Over $25,000 is being transferred. It kind of looks like money laundering or some other scheme that's going on. So that is why there is a limit set. And that's why in the afternoon, when you try to do a debit card pull, you will see a limit error. It's not your limit error. It's the company's. We already reached it because everybody wants to do the debit card pull because it is immediate. If you do need to do it, especially when you first get your card and your customers first get their card or whatever, I tell them that they can go ahead and do that in the morning, one time, and then start doing the other options that I've said. Or the last one is a direct deposit. If you have a job that you already did direct deposit into, or a job, or Social Security or any of those things, you can usually split your direct deposit. You can split it, half and half. You can tell them an amount that you want to go in there with each direct deposit transaction. So that's a great thing, because then it always happens and you never have to mess with it again. The even better thing is, as we build this business, the company's going to put our compensation right into our account. Yay, we never have to do it again. That's what I'm looking forward to. Okay, that is coming. I would not set that up. There is a spot in the back office unless they've removed it. There is a spot to do that, but don't even worry about that right now, because I do know people that set it up. They saw it and thought it was active, and their money sat there for quite a while because it didn't work. Chase did not work. So Peter is searching for another option for us. That big bank couldn't make it happen. All right. The biggest news of all that I have kept till the end of this is the fact that by September 1st, our app, part of our app will be working. And the best part of our app that we've needed all along is the banking side of it. We will be able to sign customers up, DBOs up, and not have the huge errors that we've been having and the little glitches and all that stuff, because all those glitches are on our end. It's not that they're user error, they're just end user problems, whether it's your phone, whether it's your app browser that you're on. Different things have different things, you know, everything's making it error up on us. So the app will be working within itself. So we should not have these errors anymore. They said it'll take care of 90% of the issues that we've been having. The one of the issues that it won't take care of course, is the KYC process. If someone has, you know, a different address than what they turned in, or, you know, they've got to be able to still identify themselves and that kind of stuff. So it's not going to take care of that, obviously. But anyway, that's big news. September 1st, yay. I was told that our app wasn't going to be here until very close to launch. So when I heard that on Monday, I was very, very excited, you guys. When that happens, the floodgates are going to open for customers. So just be prepared. I wouldn't slow down at all. I would still get those customers that you can give a heads up that, guys, we're new. Please hang in there. There might be some glitches along the way, but here's this card. Start earning your Z-Bucks right now. Get ready and prepared for when our Z Club opens. So I'm just very excited about that September 1st date. And I saved it for last because I love to end on wonderful news. I'm going to open it up for a few minutes. We can stay on here for, 7:15 or so. That'll be 45 minutes on tonight. If anyone has any questions, please ask now, or if you have anything to add, I'd love to hear it.
I'll ask a question.
Okay.
So some of my guys, they applied for their card and they got at the end of it, and I was with them doing it, and it said, we have to do further investigation or whatever. I forget, right?
Yep.
But they stopped them in the middle of it. And so every time I call them, I call up, say, hey, did you get your card? No. Are they missing an email? Are they missing something? Because they still don't have it. And I think that's kind of what's put them on a hold for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, because they want to show that card to the potential. They have tons of people they want to share it with, but they want that as their calling card.
Yep.
Can you explain, like, how do I help them as, being a part of that? So I want to get that card in their hands. I have two guys still waiting. Are they missing their emails? Are they not working? So give me some advice on how to do that.
Okay, so they did announce that I think 80% of the people that were in pause mode or the verification process, 80% of the people are missing their emails. There's emails coming to them and telling them what they need, like a picture of an electric bill, or, another picture. I had this one lady, she was stuck. She had to hold her driver's license up to her and take a selfie with the driver's license next to her to prove that it was her, which is great. All of this is great. I love all the different things that they come up with. But yeah, they just are missing the email, I think. And if they aren't, depending on how long it's been, if it's been more than, even a week and they haven't heard anything, I definitely recommend sending a message to banking support at, yep, there, Esther just put it up, banking support at Tranzactcard.com, and make sure that they get a ticket number right away. Like within 5 minutes, usually they get a ticket number back from support. If they do not, then you need to let me know, because then I can take it to our VP rep at corporate and he can look into things. But there for a bit, there was some place, I don't know if it was the back office, when they were doing an email from the back office, there was a bunch, like 600 emails that people were not getting a ticket number back, and they were just kind of stuck in a dark hole. So it's very important that they get a ticket number back. And if they have a ticket number and they've been, still haven't seen anything for a week or so, a week or two, give it 2 weeks, then come to me and I can give that ticket number to our VP rep and he can go track it down and see what the problem is. Okay. So on your guys, I would recommend them to go search for Tranzactcard emails. If they don't find anything, I mean, obviously look in their spam, because some people's email puts things like this in spam right away the first time. Have them check there. And from that point, I would send that ticket in and get a number back. Okay. That's where I would go from right now. And you could also message me their names and all that, and I could start working on the process to see. But I think it's really good to have that ticket number for us, because that's a good tracking mechanism.
Okay, I'll make sure they do that, and then we'll go from there. If I need your help, I'll contact you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yep. You're welcome. Annabelle.
And then I'm not sure if Bruce meaning, they're stuck in KYC, is that kind of, or no, is that what it is? The people that he brought on?
Well, they're stuck. He said that it was that verification process, so they didn't even get to the point of ordering the card yet. So yeah, it's KYC.
Okay, just for the other ones that get stuck, like my son, I got a very nice email from Tranzactcard saying that every week that he's there, he's getting 500 Z-Bucks. So that's like an encouraging kind of thing that you can, share with people.
Right. Absolutely. It's called the 500 Club, because there's going to be those people that are stuck for a while. Some people can't get a bank account even if they were to walk into a bank. And so Peter has made it a promise that he wants to take that down, unless there is a criminal something or another that they couldn't get, they robbed a bank maybe or something, then, he's not going to help out with that. But he is determined to get everyone a bank account that can have one. So whether it is the bank we're with now, if they can't do it, then he's waiting until the next bank and they'll push them through again. So that's what the 500 Club is 500 Z-Bucks is offered to keep them happy. So thank you, Annabelle. Okay. If there's no other questions.
I have a question.
Okay. I feel like we're on a game show. Oh, I see her. She buzzed in. Patricia.
So with the registration, is when I went through it didn't apply the Z-Bucks, and I sent a ticket and just never got a response.
Did you get a number back?
No.
Okay, then I would resend.
Okay.
Resend to banking again. Actually send that one to DBO. Yep.
Yeah.
DBO support. Yep.
Okay.
And then make sure that you get a ticket number back, because that is our key that they get it. If you don't get a ticket number back, they did not get your message.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll double check.
And then stay on top of that and let me know. Okay. Because we
Thank you.
need to get your money back for sure on that.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Colette, what's the status on the number of registration, or is there still some tickets available? Or
There is. I mean, unless tonight was the last one and all of a sudden they took it away. But earlier, just about 20 minutes before that, I was able to see a ticket in there. So I'm sure they're still available. They'd
Okay.
let us know, and I haven't heard anything. So
Okay, just want to make sure that we're not missing out.
yes, we will make sure. I want all of you to be there. And I would love, if you possibly can, to get that extra ticket just to have it, for a person that you want to bring with you. I know it's hard because they're kind of spendy tickets, but then again, I was part of another company that came about the same time as this. And back last year, this started really in October, but anyway, that same company or that same amount was requested for the tickets. So I think it's just inflation once again is kind of hit, and it costs a lot to put on a big show like this. So. Okay. Well, you guys, Steve,
Was there a count for the tickets? I mean, how many are left, or are they announced anything like that? Or
no, I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay.
So I would just, as soon as I do hear, I'll post it. You guys can see it.
Okay, well, I'm sure they would, like you said, give us a kind of a
Yep.
briefing or an update at
Right.
that point.
1,000 tickets are left. Start people panic.
I grabbed mine within like the first 7 minutes when it came up. So I said, I'm locked in. There ain't going to be any delay. And I felt bad. Some people were stuck in they couldn't get it to work. It didn't work initially, I think, for a few people, and then
Yep.
it did. But I do have a couple new people just came on that want to go, but they don't even have their Z-Bucks. So we kind of had that conversation. They didn't have their card yet.
That's okay though.
So-
If they did at least order their card and they're signed up, you can give me their names and I can make sure that they're going to get
Okay.
tickets. Okay.
Great. Okay, great.
And
Yeah,
remember,
yeah,
if they,
I've one.
Sorry.
I had a girl join last Sunday and she got her Z card today. So
Woo!
if-
Are you
if-
serious?
Yeah. So if that, well, not this past Sunday, I mean last Sunday. So,
Right.
So that would be the one day was the Saturday, Sunday, Monday counted as one day. So then if you counted, it would be whatever Esther said. Esther, how many days was that? 5?
Well, that's awesome. That's great news.
Yeah, so I was with her. I sat with her when she did the sign up, just like you said, because I wanted to see what it looked like because I kind of forgot. And it was seamless, at least for her. It was seamless, and she got her everything went right through.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
the best is yet to come.
remember, you can use your card digitally immediately.
Right.
So you can, for those or when ticket
Right.
volume gets smaller, that's one way to immediately get their Z-Bucks. Okay, let's use your card right now. Now we can go to your back office. Look, there's 500 Z-Bucks.
Right.
Or 24 hours later, excuse me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about 24 hours for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
okay.
exciting though, you guys. This is something, we've got something amazing in our hand, and for them to come out with an app this quickly, especially with the fact that we have two sides to this business. You know, most people just have that business side and then products. We have a bank, which, you know, is a lot more detail. We got a lot more to cram into to have the banking side already coming. I'm just so excited. So anyway, we will see you guys Saturday morning, if you can show up. 30 minutes.
Thank you, Colette.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Guys,
Good night, everyone.
good night.
Thank you, guys.
Good night. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.